Hey Kevin, your first real experience Monday night, what was it like for you and kind of getting out there, especially without coach and I don't know, just kind of seeing everything full circle in a meaningful game?
Yeah, it was a packed house for an exhibition game, which shows, the tradition and the fan base here, how much they care and support about us. It felt good to get out there with my brothers and get our first win.
I guess for you guys going from game one to game two, have been any kind of points of emphasis for you guys in practice that you want to improve on?
Really just rebounding. That's been a big thing, and then just playing fast. Making sure that we're getting stops on one end of the floor, and then turning those into easy points. I feel like when we're in transition, we're at our best, and really just executing what Coach Rob's over there is telling us to do, and getting that in. So.
And I guess for you guys offensively, like, what do you feel like the identity of you guys should be on the offensive end of the floor?
Really just like I said, like transition is big, and then half court executing our sets and getting the ball to the third side. Making sure everybody touches it, and then when it's time to attack, get downhill and be able to kick it out for some knockdown shooters.
Kevin, we've only seen a couple games, but where's your shot in your opinion right now?
It's good. Shots are gonna fall. Some nights they are, some nights they aren't. You just gotta stand in there and just trust the process and stick with what you've been working on your whole life.
Yeah, I know we talked to you preseason about that was a big emphasis from Coach Self to you. The big key for you all season to be just knocking down shots. Did you work a ton on that? I mean, I know you always take shots, but was it more than ever in your life? And kind of where's that process at right now?
Yeah, most definitely. I've been working on that a ton. That's what Coach Self, he told me, coming in is be able to knock down shots, and that ultimately is going to help my game at the next level. So just been working on that and being pushed by him and Coach KT and all the whole staff. Coach K's been on me. So being able to have that aspect of my game with everything else I do, it just made me all around complete player.
First instinct to still go to the rack? It looks like that so far.
Yeah, for sure. Just playing downhill, letting the game come to me. Just reading the defense, honestly, is kind of, my big thing. If I can be able to get downhill and find, Jalen and Grady and them spotting up for three, that's big for me as well. So just, trying to make it the right play for the team.
You get to go against Grady every day in practice. Is that frustrating at all defensively when it feels like maybe you have good defense on him and he still just has that kind of hierarchy shot and it finds its way in?
Yeah, it's fun. In practice, we're out there competing every day against each other. It brings the best out of us. Coach Self wants the practices to be real competitive. So, guarding a guy like Grady, it makes me be able to play a really elite shooter and work on that aspect of my game. Guarding Jalen, a guy that can do a little bit of everything. Juan, makes me stay on my toes, how quick he is. So it helps my game on that end of the floor big time.
How did Coach Self approach talking about the game? Did he show up for practice and immediately tell you what you did, good and bad?
Yeah, the first thing we did with him is watch film over the game. He broke down different things. We watched some offensive clips and some defensive clips, and he emphasized some things that we need to clean up and things that we did well as well.
That run that you led, he said on his radio show, you were the key. Could you tell the crowd was giving you adrenaline or what was going on?
Oh yeah, for sure. It got close there in the second half when we came out out of the halftime. It got down to like 7 or something like that. I just knew that we had to get something going, so kind of just tried to pick up my energy and bring some things to defensive end, and we ended up getting some easy baskets off of that.
What do you think of the opponent coming up? 2 years ago, it was a four-point game.
Yeah, you got to respect everybody. They have some great big players. They got knockdown shooters all around the floor. So it's definitely going to be a tough matchup. Every night it is. We just got to go out there and execute the game plan.
Kind of just going in a different direction. I know today's the first day of the early signing period. Do you remember when you signed out of high school with Texas Tech, what that was like for you and kind of the emotions going into that day, and now here you are?
Yeah, it was huge. It was a big time thing in my life and my family. Long process to get to that. It was a blessing. So I remember it just like it was yesterday. But now it's kind of crazy where I am now, and I'm in my senior year here at Kansas. So it's been a blessing and been a great journey.
I'm curious, Kevin, on the defensive side of the floor, can you compare and contrast having KJ out there at the 5 and Ernest?
Yeah, with KJ, we kind of had options to, either switch 1 through 5, or KJ, we can just tell him just to show and get back. So having him out there, you know, he can rebound with the best of them. He competes on, even though he's a little undersized for the 5, he does everything. And then having Ernest out there is like y'all seen. I remember one play I was guarding the ball, late shot clock, he came over and blocked out of bounds, gave us a huge stop to get the game going in our favor. He protects the rim. He's showing he's working hard and he's working on his feet on the perimeter. So late shot clock, if we got to switch, he can go out there and do that. So either way, you know, we have a lot of different varieties of guard and ball screens and stuff like that. So that's pretty much the main difference.
I know it's, you know, it's a small sample size, but the way you guys are talking about preseason, you guys are versatile, you guys are going to be long, you guys are quick. You know, have you seen that in those 2 games, and is that what's going to give teams some problems, you know, can you continue to move forward with the season?
For sure, having 5 guys out there that can guard the ball, rebound, and pretty much if you get switched out on the island, can guard their man is huge. You know, being long and athletic in the gaps and stuff is going to help us big time. So that's something that we kind of, you know, been focusing on, and if we can get stops on one end of the floor, I feel like the offense is going to come.
Anything else, guys? All right.